We got something great to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, a couple of life experiences that I've been through, or whatever the case may be, and how I'm realizing that dreams and how others want to alter dreams that others are experiencing. And what I mean by that is we're gonna get into this live and you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay? Now, this is the thing about this world, right? The world operate in a certain term where like perception, right? Like your image. You know what I'm saying? Someone can look at your image and they can see, certain things about your image, right? Now, this is the thing that I had understand that a lot of people don't understand, right? Most people with this type of image right here, right? I'm gonna show you this. They have their image, right? And they have a certain type of mindset when it comes to police as a whole, right? Now, the thing that I started to understand with myself is this. Based on how you carry yourself, right, is how people see you and want to treat you. It go hand in hand. If I'm out and about and it look like, I'm taking goodwill of myself, then the next mind may look at it like, I want to treat that person really well. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now, this the thing about life that others don't experience or have not experienced in order to understand the experience of self, okay? One time I was on the phone with my brother, right? And he was telling me, actually, I was telling him about the experience that I had with the police. And I knew it had something to do with our realities of how we both experienced with the police. You understand? And so when it comes to my brother with the police, including me as well, we both have had some experiences that with the police that we can honestly say, damn, that's some fucked up shit. But it was just one experience that I wanted to talk about. And this experience don't really have nothing to do with police, but it has everything to do with myself. Okay? One time I got up, right, and I need to take care of some business, right? And this like perfectly happened just the way it needed to happen. But I got on the bus, and when I got on the bus, I need to take the bus to another city, right? Got to Buffalo, New York real quick. Went over there for a second, right? And basically, while I'm taking care of my business, I actually got on the wrong bus because now I'm on the city bus now. I got on the wrong bus to get to the location, right? And so I asked the bus driver, I'm like, yo, can I ask you a question? How would I get back? He like, oh, just get off the bus, stand across the street, and either my bus coming back or another bus before that coming back, right? So I get off the bus. When I get off the bus, I'm standing across the street, but I'm standing on this bridge. Like it's like a bridge. Like it's like if you looked at the bridge, you'd be like, it is a bridge, but this shit look like it's not supposed to be right here. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So then what happens is I'm sitting there waiting for the next bus to come, and some police officers come up, right? Now, for some reason in my mind, right, I wanted to act like I would say something in the past. Like, yeah, fuck y'all, this, that, and the third. But then something else within me was like, don't do that. And I'm like, all right. So they kindly just rolled up and it was like, yo, bro, right? You heard a large boom? I'm like, what? They're like, did you hear like a boom anywhere in this area? And I'm like, I just got off the bus. I ain't heard nothing. He like, okay, all right. Right? So they just drove off. But before they drove off, I asked them, I said, where did you hear the boom at? He was like, we trying to locate it. I'm like, oh, okay. So they don't even know where it came from. All right, I understand. That happened in Buffalo, New York. Just to connect pieces, right? If you go do a Google research on Buffalo, New York, type in Buffalo, New York, booms, right? You will see that it's actually happening over there, okay? I just walked into it. All right. All right. So what I started to understand as well was this. Black men, black men. What did bro head tell y'all inside your dream system? Remember what he told y'all, okay? Stop speaking to bro, okay? Have a nice day. Anyways, back to what you were saying, bro, right? So what happened was I'm sitting there, right? And when I'm sitting there, you know, the cops, they did what they did. But then the bus pulled up right after them. And when the bus pulled up, I got on the bus. And for some reason, the bus driver, he was like, excuse me, he was like, are those your friends? And I was like, I don't know what to say in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I said something, I just said some random shit, like, not really meaning it, just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, you just say, yeah, whatever. Like, but you're not meaning it, shit, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I sat there on the bus consciously and I was like, hold on, stop. What made the cops want to pull up and just ask me a simple question? No aggression, no trying to be funny, none of that shit. What made them do that? What made them treat me like myself? They just not kindly just rolled up. Yo, bro, you heard a certain boom, bro? Now, we ain't causing no problems towards you. Did you heard anything? Like, nah, I ain't heard shit. Okay, all right. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I can dig it. You can dig it? I can dig it. I can dig it. So basically, how I was looking at the situation was, you know, I had to look down at myself. I'm like, okay, I got on great attire, moving the way I need to move as myself. All right, great. So is this the experience of what self go through? That's how I looked at it. Because how I looked at it was, I'm looking at my attire, how I move, how I keep up with myself. And usually people will treat you based on how you treat yourself. Real shit. Just being honest, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I know, like, when you become yourself, things do change. They do. Shit don't remain the same. Hell no, especially you doing things right with yourself first. Things change. It naturally just does. And so I was like, maybe these are one of the things that has changed in my life. You know what I'm saying? But then recently, when that was shown to me, I felt like myself was really showing me that, like, this how the police operate with you, right here, right? But then recently, what just happened with the police, right? I'm looking at it like, okay, so you know they're gonna say you have good cops and bad cops, but this the thing about this situation. I was just showing two officers, right, that just basically treated me as myself, right? Now, this other officer that I came in contact with, I'm like, why is he not treating me as myself? What I mean by that, as in, you stole my cell phone. If you treat me as myself, I don't want my cell phone stolen by a cop. So what I'm looking at is with myself, I'm like, hold on real quick. Is this the part where the system create some shit from the past, right? To throw my mind back into the past of how I speak about police officers. Because if you think about it, if you give someone a past experience, right? Of course they're gonna start speaking about the past. See that? But then if you like, hold on, bro, this experience right here, I only experienced this like one time. I feel like I know it's something in this shit where it's like people trying to keep consciousness to I feel like it's like a system trying to keep conscious on a certain type of narrative. Yeah, because I was shown two different things. You're right. Yeah, I was shown two different things. So what's real? What's real? You know what I'm saying? That's when you ask the TV screen, you like, nah, that shit. This supposed to be real? Nah, myself just showed me this. No, this real right here. You know, the cops, they I feel like they trying to throw me in something that I don't want to be in. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. Motherfuckers trying to put me into something that I be like, the thing about me is this. When you bring me to some shit, right, always understand that this the type of breed that I move. Let's say you tell me, nah, this is how the world is. It's only like this. No problem. Destroy the system and destroy the people that play with the system. There you go. That's my answer to shit. You're not going to ever come to my conscious or my reality and tell me, well, they treat us like this, so that's why they treat you like that. Motherfucker, that's false. I don't accept none of that shit. You can accept that shit. I'm not going to accept that. Definitely not. That's how they treat y'all based on how y'all treat yourselves. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah, you're not gonna put me back in that nigga mind no more. You damn right you not. I see what the fuck going on. Y'all want me to be like y'all, right? Boy, fuck y'all, boy. Trying to build shit in my mind. I'm looking at shit, I'm like, hold on, stop. Wasn't I just shown this? Like, yeah, I want to see that. I don't want to see none of that. Hell yeah, I don't want to see none of that dumb shit. That's like you being in your own reality and you like, okay, that may happen to you. I don't want none of that shit happening to me. And you telling me, right? Oh, well, it's going to happen to you based on what? Based on what? A bunch of people working with the system and trying to make it happen? Boy, destroy the whole system right here. None of that shit that people create was ever real, bro. That's all fake. That's all fake material. That's all fake material. Everything that I just went through, I'm like, oh, this all fake. This shit want me to change my perspective. The only perspective that I have changed is that I was literally like, I'm gonna just be real with you. This is the perspective that I changed. I had said, I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just by monitoring things in life, I had understand with myself. Anytime I do something with myself, shit align, 2.5. Alignment. Boom. You know how you get instructions, right? Then you do all the instructions and you like, yeah, man, look at that shit. Bro, let me show you this. The minute I include people into the shit, so this is what I'm gonna say too, right? And I know this is gonna sound brazy to y'all right now in these futuristic moments. I know, but just hear me out. Remember I was talking about the cell phone situation, right? Remember how I told you that pretty much this cell phone situation is not real at all? I found something deeper. That's why I be saying, yo, when things happen to us and we really like not trying to control the narrative, but really you just got them eyes open and you like, boom, boom, boom. Damn. Bruh, this awakening is powerful right here. Bruh. It was one of them awakenings that I was laughing. I had to laugh, bruh. Bruh. Just hear this out, bruh. So, right? A lot of people, right now, right? Some people, they complaining about this new system, like, AI. And AI is taking people jobs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of paid attention to what was going on. And it's kind of like, that's just what's going on in the world. I ain't really put my opinion on it or nothing like that. Just kind of looked at it and was like, that's what's going on. Guess that's what people facing, right? And then I called Apple Eye Care. No. Called Metro PC. Called them, right? Called them up right quick just to see what type of deals they got, if they can help me in a situation. And I'ma really tell you on both sides, in person and over the phone, what is going on in reality. Shit is crazy. Went into Metro PC, right? Physically. In this digital world right here, right? Walked inside of there, and when I walked inside of there, there was I say mid-eastern woman. She kind of looked like she was an Arabian woman or something like that. And when I walked in the store, I was telling her exactly what I wanted, right? Hey, I'm here because I need my cell phone stolen, and I want to see how I can, either obtain another cell phone or anything like that. How can you help me? And the lady was sitting there stuck for a split second. And so I said to her, I was like, hey, are you okay? And then she started talking. When she started talking, she wasn't talking about anything that I was talking about. She was talking about something totally different. So I understood with the mind, right? Because I had to pull it out of her. I understood with the mind right then and there. The mind was not open to what I was speaking about, which means my inputs are not going into the mind as a customer. 2, I realized that when she began to start speaking, she was speaking like in another world that is not playing in front of her. She's like, oh, this is Metro PC, and, if you need a phone line, and I'm like, if you heard what I said when I first came in here, I already have Metro PC. I already have a phone line. The only thing I want to do is to buy another phone and to get that SIMS card, switch to that new phone. Right. So, right, we begin the conversation. When we begin the conversation, this is what she says out of her mouth. She says, oh, I'm sorry. She said, I was into my thoughts. I was like, you were into your thoughts? I said, let me ask you a question real quick. Were you into your thoughts before I came into the store? Or did you go into your thoughts after I came into the store? Herself started laughing because herself is looking at her mind like, didn't I tell you to stop doing this? I said, would you like to share with me the thoughts that you had about me? She didn't want to say anything. So that lets me know the thoughts could not be good. Thank you. So this is the world that we live into. We live in a world where everybody is thinking. This is the world that I need to be destroyed. I don't want to experience with people like that. I don't. If you have to think about what someone is, that lets me know you're a machine. You're a robot. You don't need to be upon this earth as a whole. No. Because it makes things bad and fucked up in the experience. No one wants to be in an experience with fucked up consciousness. That's not what self signed up for. Like, okay, I'm getting up today because I just, we're about to experience with humans and being fucked up. I didn't sign up for that. I'm not signing up for none of that shit. Did I sign up for that? No, the fuck I didn't. It's a sad world that's burning right the fuck down, boy. For real. People in their thoughts. Why you in reality? Right. Shit is brazy. And another thing that I love about this world is that I tell you this, a lot of people cursing themselves for doing this shit. Somebody got caught projecting something into someone else's reality. Yep.